What's up, guys? You know who it is. Well, we are back on another one, and I'm just got done with my work day, and so now I'm going to start getting prepped to work on the truck. I've taken, took a couple days off, and now we back. So we're gonna get back to working on that, and I want to show you guys some things I picked up recently for the shop, kind of support what we're doing here. So let's start left to right. So the first thing I got here was a welding shirt or jacket. They call it a jacket, it looks like a shirt, I don't really know. More like the kind that your grandparents would have worn. That's kind of like why I got it. I saw my grandpa wearing something similar to this. So I picked this guy up, needed that. So many burns on my arms, it's not even funny anymore. So we got that. Picked up this new hose for Nestwing. There's your model number there, 1/4 inch by 50 foot. My other hose I've got, which is a Cobalt, I believe it is, brand. It is it's on his last legs, and so I figured it probably better to go ahead and order one of these, and so we did get one of those, and so that'll be my new shop hose for now. I ordered this. Now, if you guys recall, I recently scored this off of Facebook Marketplace. This is a 27-piece cooling system pressure test and refill kit from SnapOn Tools. Went on Facebook Marketplace. I got irritated. So how the story went down is I had ordered the one I'm going to show you guys here, and that got lost from Amazon. And so I contacted my SnapOn dealer, but he wanted like $119 just for like that one cap there. And I was like, no, that ain't gonna fly. So I got irritated, and I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found this kit for $90. I drove to the neighboring town, bought that, drove it home. And then here in the last couple days, I got this one in. Amazon finally found it. And so now I've got this kit here. This one is the number 7, is what I ended up using on my Volvo for my wife. And they're virtually pretty much the same. They're not identical. I'm not gonna say, oh, they're the same factory, but they've got similar quality. So, you know, SnapOn's gonna obviously partner with someone who's gonna make a decent tool for them that's gonna last and not break, so they don't have a ton of warranty claims. So the fact that these two look very, very similar makes me think that I'm probably getting a fairly decent tool. So I guess essentially now I've got a cheaper Amazon version, and I've got my SnapOn set. And if you guys recall, I already have a couple SnapOn sets as well, various types of SnapOn ones. I got this one here. You can hook up to your shop air. I think I hear my boy calling me. I'm gonna have to hurry up here. And then I've got, if I can get it out, and I've got this other one from SnapOn. There, the pump style. So I just didn't have all the fittings I needed. I needed a certain fitting that number 7. Neither kit that I owned previously had it. So now we've got more than enough kits to go around, so we're good there. The second to last thing is we got is Vevor sent me this pressure pot powder coating system here. They call it a machine. I don't know. I'm still learning on it. They sent it to me. They said, hey, would you be interested in checking it out? And I was like, well, you know what? I wouldn't mind having it, because I'm going to be doing some patina paint on some of this on the truck, on the 58. And so maybe this would be something cool to kind of try out and see what kind of results we get. I don't know anything about it. I've never used anything like it. It comes with multiple spray guns, which are inside of the unit itself. They're contained in here. I'll see if I can show you guys real quick. And you can see there's information on it. It is obviously offshore manufactured, but it comes with a couple different spray guns. I think one is a 4.0 tip and the other one's a 1.5 tip, but it comes with 2 guns. It comes with the silicone hose, all the fittings, and a pressure regulator valve up to 150 psi. So it came with everything that you would think you would need. Like I said, I don't know anything about it yet, other than I thought, you know what, I could possibly use that on my project. So yeah, why not? Go ahead and send it to me. So I had them send that to me, and we'll be using that on a future video. Last thing I found here during my travels for work, I was heading back home and I saw a shop on the way that said flashlight outlet, and I thought, okay, that's interesting. So I had a little bit of time to kill, and so I stopped in there and I found it was basically a outlet store for flashlights. They had everything from Streamlight to you name it, all the different brands. And I got this one here. This is the LED laser light, I guess is what it's called. German Engineering and Design is what it says. 87.2 headlamp, 250 lumen. It's got 160 meter field of view, extra battery, snap hooks, advanced focus system, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you can turn it up, turn it down. You can do a lot of different cool things with it. It probably needs to be recharged. I don't know if it's a extra battery, so maybe it does. I don't know if it's rechargeable. I don't know. 5-year warranty on it, so we'll have to play around with that. But I thought, so like with some of the videos where I'm grinding and I'm welding, I really can't see very well, and especially when I'm working under the dashboard of the truck. That's a very difficult area for me to see. And so I thought, you know what, this would be good. And then he had this in a clearance bin. You can see it was normally $39.95, but he had it marked down to $19.95. So I figured that's not a bad little pickup for today, right? We got pressure pot, we've got another coolant tester, which we didn't need, our welding shirt, which we really needed, a shop hose, which we really needed, the airline, and a light. So 3 out of 4 things, or 3 out of 5 things we truly didn't need. So we had to add that equipment. I am looking at adding some additional fabricating equipment. I've got everything kind of saved that I want to look at buying, especially when it comes to working on this door. The wife and I were kind of inspecting it the other day, and we are going to have to do some fabrication work on the lower portion of the door. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything too crazy. It'll just be time consuming. And so with that in mind, I'll have to get probably some more sheet metal, and I'll need a brake bender, and I'll need a Beverly shear. So I'm going to go ahead and buy those 2 things and get them in the shop, and that'll make my life a lot easier. I'll probably even get a sheet metal cutter, like the drill type kind with like the scissor end on it. I'll probably end up getting one of those as well, because I think I can really use that, especially when I'm doing like a contour shape. And the last thing I want was a stretcher. What do you call it? One is stretching, one is shrinking. So you get the little device where you can stretch and shrink metal, especially when you're doing curved angles like that around a door. It really helps out. If you guys haven't been checking out a channel called Rat Rot Bob, that guy is freaking awesome. And I'm only 8,600 subscribers. This guy's got like 4 or 5 times as many more as I do. So me recommending his channel really probably isn't going to do very much for him. But if you're into rat rot bills and things of that kind of nature, just regular automotive type stuff, go check out Rat Rot Bob, guys, on YouTube. He's a really good channel, and you can learn a lot from this dude. I know I've learned a lot. I've been binge watching. Every time I need an inspiration in terms of come out here and work on this truck, I'll put on a video of his or 2, and then I'll come out here, and next thing you know, I'm 2 hours deep and I'm working on something. So shout out to Rat Rot Bob, man. You've been an inspiration. So the last thing I want to cover here is I've got a couple more panels I got to get welded in. These are the support panels for the inner cab corners here, both driver and passenger side. I do have those now. I do have the lower pillar for the just dented that up. The lower pillar for the the driver's side lower down there. So we'll have to mock this up in such a way that allow us, because we don't need the total length of that. So we'll have to cut some spot welds out and then get that fitted in, and then get it welded in place and go from there. I did notice a little bit of a something difference there. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, never mind. I was freaking myself out there. So we have that. Probably going to work on that portion over the weekend because that's pretty fun to weld in, and it allows me to get the door kind of situated. And we also have the other step, side step. So that's in for the driver's side as well. So, and then everything else is just a matter of welding in the sheet metal. So, you know, like the area here is just regular sheet metal. The same thing with back here, just regular sheet metal. Getting the little areas here welded in, that's simple. Getting this section over here, which I'm going to start doing now today. That's going to happen today. That'll be done. That's simple enough to do. And then I need to get a hammer and dolly to get this all flattened out. That's something I do not own. I need to get a hammer and dolly because straightening up this lip is important before I start welding in the steps. I learned that the hard way on the other side. Although that is simply tacked in, I do need to get that done properly. So yeah, but I'm going to get all this marked out, get that all cut out, get the new one fitted in, welded in, tack welded in rather, and then we'll go from there. So we're making progress, guys. We're still moving ahead. Like I said, you know, I'm the only person doing this, so I don't have any help. It's just me alone. In many ways, that's a great thing, and sometimes it's more of a nuisance. Occasionally the wife comes out here and she helps me, but she has to be careful because she's got a busted up neck. So there's not a whole lot she can do when it comes to lifting up things. And so I'm not going to subject her to that. So, but so it's just me. And then whenever I do have my daughter's boyfriend, when he comes over, he's chomping at the bit to help me. So shout out to Isaac. Speaking of which, shout out to Mr. Paul Warner as well. So when Isaac comes over, that'll be my muscle. He'll be to help me do some stuff that I'll need to get done as well. So I guess I do have people that can help me. I just got to put the invite out to say, hey, will you come help me? But I don't want to have people come over to do something if I'm not ready in terms of having the project set up for them to just go ahead and run. And Isaac is a great welder. So he's a guy that I'll just say, hey, everything's fitted for you. Go ahead and weld it all in, and I can move on doing something else. So I'll get him over here. You guys get to meet him. But other than that, guys, I got to go get changed out, and then we will get started on this truck, and then I will have a video uploaded hopefully later tonight or early tomorrow for you guys to see what progress we did, in fact, make. Okay, well, that's going to be it for now. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.